Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. We're back on Don Diego. And it's been a week or so since I played Don Diego. I've been playing other maps. So I can't remember what I was doing. But I can imagine it's probably farming. So let me run out and see. He's full. Let's grab a truck. And get him emptied. He's almost done with that strip. I've been leapfrogging this field with these two combines, so let's continue on with that. So Craig is almost full with his, and who's ever in this combine needs emptying, so alright, let him go back to work. Let's go catch up with Craig here. He's almost done. Got Whistling Pete here trying to catch up with Craig on the combine. Almost missed that combine. Alrighty, go back to work. We got a full load here. Looks like Pat Pearson is done. What was Pat doing? Oh, that's who was driving the other combine. Okay. He finished that row, so I got to leapfrog again to the other end of the field. And I've got straw to pick up here, and I got straw. Oh, something over there. Let's see, I planted two things on that field over there, didn't I? Can't recall what I planted over there. Was it sugar beets? Sugar cane? If it was sugar cane, I don't know why in the hell I'd ever plant it, but I did, so probably a big mistake. Alright, let's switch up to the front trailer. I remember when I used to play this and there were hops and all kinds of different fruits. Now we're down to just the normal stuff for FS19. There's a couple maps that I've got that are doing like onions and things, but they're not right. The textures and stuff, they haven't quite got into the game yet. I've got a machine that will do cotton, but it doesn't show you anything in the piece of equipment. This is actually a cotton harvester, and you can use that as well. It's just very slow. It doesn't have a real wide header on it. The reason I was leapfrogging is because the field's so big that I couldn't. The trucks. I'd have to drive from one end of the field to the other, because if I had a combine on either end, see how big the field is? I'd be running back and forth with the truck. So I chose not to, I chose not to do that. I chose to kind of leapfrog them like this, so they're close to each other, and I could try to keep up with them. I think Craig's almost full again. He should be getting close anyway. It appears so. I can see fruit on top of his bin. And I'm taking shortcuts on another man's field. Sorry. Okay, now what was the deal here? What am I doing? Let's see what we got here. Fertilize 100%. It's growing. It's cotton. It needs weeding. So I better get to that. That's what this guy's here for, I guess. Alright, I don't need that. So let's turn that off. Kill some weeds here. There was a reason I was waiting. I don't know if the weeds are on the whole field or not. Let's see. Still weeds, still weeds. We're still into cotton here. Cotton, cotton, cotton. What do we got here? This is sugar cane. Cotton, cotton, cotton. Why did I do sugar cane? I really don't know. But, oh. I must have been fertilizing. That's what I was doing. I think I was waiting for one of them to finish the fertilizing before. And then if you notice, there's no weeds on this end here, so. All right, what else am I doing here? Start picking up some hay, I guess. Uh-oh, somebody's got a full grain tank. Let's go get that. All right, let's head into the farm. Go, Whistling Pete, go. Whistle while you work, buddy. And Craig's almost full already. It's a full-time job, isn't it? Keeping up with these combines. I had to decide how much to sell and how much to keep. I don't quite know how much I've got already in crops. I know that there's probably no reason to keep the sugar cane, so that's going to be a cash crop. You know, the thing is that the only reason to store your grain is if you need it for feeding animals or if you need it for producing something. The only other reason to keep it is to wait for a great demand to get a higher price, but those things are few and far between. And once you start, if you've just started a map and you're shy of cash, then you really don't have the luxury to store your grains. You need to kind of sell them to keep running, to buy more fields and such, pay for your seeding and all of that rigmarole. In this case, this is a big, beautiful farm. I could not imagine somebody owning a farm like this with this kind of real estate and stuff that didn't have enough money to run the farm. So I gave the farmer some money to run this farm. So we didn't start out dirt poor. That being said, I've got $1 million in the bank, and that's not really that much money, because if I buy 2 combines, there's your $1 million. You know, the combines $400,000 or $500,000 a piece, not including the headers. So 2 pieces of equipment and you're broke again. Yeah, see what I mean? I'm having trouble keeping up with these guys. If I had to drive clear to the other end of the field to get the other one, I'd be doing driving. Keep them truckers driving. Oh, I didn't realize that when I leapfrogged, the guy's coming towards us. I thought he was going to be going the other way. Oh no. Well, they're gonna finish this, I guess. All right. Oh boy. Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. It's going to be... He's missing a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take this guy and leapfrog him because he's at the end here. So let me have this guy get to the end, and I'll lay Craig off. Sorry, Craig, and we'll hire somebody else up here as we leapfrog over to here. And let's hire a new worker. Sorry, Craig. Who we got? It's Craig again, so hey, we're okay. Let's grab our truck again. That worked out. Worked out just fine. I didn't have to feel bad about laying a hired hand off. I know they've got kids to feed. Well, Craig's got snakes to feed. Let's put it that way. Mice aren't cheap. Listen to me, what do I know? Mice might be cheap. I don't know. And I don't know how often they have to eat. And I don't even know if he feeds them mice. Alright, another load. Back to the farm. I should check and see how much I've got stored up already. Don't you remember in FS17 we had some pretty cool mods? We had mods that would tell us how much you had, you know, those bulletin boards and things like that. I don't know if we're ever going to get, you know, as good a mods in 19 as we had in 17. It seems like they're slowly being worked out as to how to mod on this game. And I'm not sure if there's things that they actually aren't able to do that they could do in 17. Some of the mods that they're transferring over are not being transferred over correctly, and they're full of problems. Some of them. I know I've got people telling me, hey, such and such a mod is out like it was in 17, and you go get it, and it doesn't work, or it doesn't work right, or something's wrong with it. It's got errors in it. Back out the field. Okay, I was going to check to see what we got. What do you have in your wallet? Right. What are we having? Wheat here. So we've got almost 2 million. Boy, we're almost to our limit here, aren't we? No, wait a minute. Total capacity. Total capacity. What is this? Silos other. Silos owned. I'm almost full up. I'm going to have to sell something. And Craig's full already. Holy smokes. I can't keep up with these combines. Yeah, after all this time, I still haven't... Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I got to go check on these herbicide guys, because he's going to catch up to where there wasn't any weeds. Maybe. All right, let me see. Don't run over me. Okay, we have weeds. Yeah, see, we're going to get to a point where we're going to run out of weeds. So, but he will stop at that point, I believe. I don't think that they will, if you hire a worker, I don't think they will continue on if there's nothing to do. All right, you know what? We're at the outer edge of the field. I think what I'm going to do is, rather than play leapfrog again, I'm just going to go out to the end and have them work towards the middle. Sounds like a plan, Stan. I've been having a heck of a lot of fun playing The Witcher 3. I played Witcher 1 and a little bit of Witcher 2. I didn't get done with Witcher 2. And then Witcher 3 was out, and I wanted to play it really bad. I've had it for ages. I've had it since it came out. I've got both DLCs. I've got, you know, the whole thing. I would start Witcher 3. I would start it. I would watch the opening cinematics, do the tutorial stuff, you know, and then I would play till you get to the first village, and I would mess around in the village for 15 minutes and stop playing. Weeks would go by. I would crank it up again. Couldn't remember how to play or what was going on, so I'd start from the beginning again. I would get to the same stage. Another couple of months would go by. Oh, geez, I want to play Witcher. I would jump into the game. I've started Witcher 3 maybe at least 6 or 7 times and only got to the first village. So I finally decided that, look, if I'm going to get into The Witcher, I've got to put some time in it. And so I've played for the last week. I've played maybe 4, 5, 6 hours of Witcher a day, in between flying my spaceship and all the other junk I'm doing. And I finally got into it far enough that I can continue on, and I know, what's going on in the game. Those kind of games, I don't play like other people play. I mean, a lot of people get into games like that, and for like The Witcher, okay, there are stats. There's stats on equipment. There's things you can add to equipment. There's skills that you can learn. There's crafting to do. They have potions that you're supposed to be using, oils for your blades. There's just tons of stuff. I never got into that kind of thing. And so I end up playing the game in a harder way. It's actually harder for me to play the game because I don't get into learning all the potions I'm supposed to be using. So I get into a boss fight, and it's harder for me because, okay, this boss is weak to such and such. So you can put such and such an oil on your sword. You can put some kind of attachments to your garments and your equipment that will help you in certain ways against certain monsters. You can learn a certain technique that works best against certain bad guys. I don't know any of that stuff. I just go in and hack and slash, and it's harder for me. The battles are a little bit harder. And occasionally I'll learn a little bit of that stuff, and if I get my butt kicked 20 times, there's got to be an easier way. Okay, hey, if I put this oil on my sword, and if I do this kind of technique, it'll be easier for me to get that mob. And it is. So it's just a matter of me doing stuff that I normally wouldn't do. I play a lot of these games not for the fighting. I play a lot of these games for the exploration. I want to see every nook and cranny of the world that you're playing in. I want to experience the characters. And I'm not in it to, have the best equipment and get the right stats and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't interest me in the least. So consequently, it's harder for me to play the game than other people because I'm stupid. But to each his own. It's whatever you enjoy doing, right? Or at least that's the way I think. But I'm having fun, and that's what it's all about. Somebody asked me if I would play like flight sims and stuff, if I would record them, and I said, hell no. Well, why not? And I said, because I'm the people that play games like Flight Sim, they're like serious. They're like real pilots. You know what I mean? Or they take the game so serious that they actually could be real pilots. And if you don't do it right, they don't just laugh at you. I mean, if I go into some shoot 'em up game, and I get bitch slapped by, a level 5 character when I'm a level 50 character. People just laugh at you and say, "Man, you suck at this game." Not with games like Flight Sim. They come after you with a vengeance. They just tear you apart if you don't do it the right way. If you don't do it realistically. And there's no way I could ever do that. I don't have it in me to play a game like that with all that junk-a-doodle-doo. So even though I've played Flight Sim, and I tell you one that really shocked me was the simulation train engineer games. I was shocked at that because I thought, what the hell? You push the stick forward, you go down the track, you pull it back, you stop the train. What's to know? It ain't like that. It was actually pretty damn hard. I couldn't believe it. I've tried to play a couple of train sims, and it's not easy to do. I just couldn't believe it. Man, I can't wait to get done with this field. Oh, wait a minute. What happened? All right. I don't get it. It says silos owned, and now I'm at 2,100,000 when it says the total capacity is only 2 million. And then below, it says silos other total capacity 3 million. So what is it? Is it 3 million? I don't know what's happening. Huh. Oh well. I did go in and change the capacity of the silos, so I don't know what's going on. How can you tell that anyway? I can't remember what I set it to be, but I thought it was more than 3 million. I thought I set it to like 5 million, but if it comes down to it and I fill up, I just have to sell my crop, right? Because money's good too. We got into it wasn't an argument, it was a debate. It was a healthy debate, but it was a debate in my space game the other day because it used to be it was really hard to make money in the game. I mean, you really had to work hard to get a new ship, especially if you wanted one of the big heavy ones, because first of all, you have to work up to have the skills to do it, the reputation to even buy the ship, and all that kind of stuff. But you have to have a whole hell of a lot of money. Well, they've kind of nerfed the game, and now you can go in there and you can make a ton of money really fast. That wasn't the case before. So somebody in our group that on Discord that we were yapping at as we were flying from one place to another was upset because there's too much money in the game. It's ruining the game, and they need to do something. They need to make it harder. In several different respects and stuff. Now this is somebody that likes to play games on super hard in the first place. Not everybody likes to play that. There's a lot of people like me that are just casual gamers. They're not hardcore gamers, and they want to have fun too. So his concept is perfectly fine for him, but he was really pushing it on everybody else. And everybody kept telling him, look, if you did what you say you want done, half the people playing the game would quit. Sorry, I had a phone call. I'm back now. Let's see, what was I talking about? I was talking about silly space game, wasn't I? Well, here was my point, finally, because they were people getting upset, saying, look, what you want to do would ruin the game for more than half the players, just because you want it to be like that. And he was basing everything on the money instead of gameplay. Because he kept saying, well, at some point you've got so much money that you can literally buy any ship in the game. And but that doesn't mean that you have to. There's other things you can still play the game. Well, I don't need the money, so why would I do that? Well, you want to do that for having fun. I mean, I like to do missions and stuff, and I like to. Okay, I'm not going to do missions anymore because I don't need the money. I wasn't doing the missions for the money. I was doing it because they're fun to do, or at least I was having fun doing them. The same way with anything else. If I want to go out and bounty hunt, well, I'm not going to bounty hunt anymore because I don't need the money. Well, did you not like bounty hunting, or were you just doing it for the money? Because if you're just doing it for the money, you got so much money, then don't play the game no more. Why are you playing the game anymore if you don't like the bounty hunt anymore? So, see what I mean? Go out and bounty hunt because you want to go out and bounty hunt, not because you're going to earn money that you don't need. And there's other ways to do it anyway. You can reset your character and start over. And yeah, you guys know I do that all the time. I mean, I can't tell you, in World of Warcraft, I've got over 30 characters that I play. Because I like starting over with characters and doing different things. So, anyway. Yeah, we got quite spirited. But it's hard sometimes for people to realize that not everybody wants to play the same way you want to play. And some people can't imagine that you can even have fun playing it other than their way. We're about done with this field. Looks like Gino is almost full. I didn't even know Gino was out here working. We're getting to the hilly part of the field. Whoa, whoa, what the heck did I hit? That was kind of strange. What made the truck... It's like it hit something. I'm going to have to watch that again when I get this thing edited. That was really weird. It's like I hit a curb or something. Okay, now I'm stuck. What? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Let me turn some beef on here. I don't know what caused that. Weird. Let me check and see what we got going on in the bin here. I'm interested to find out what happens when I get to 3 million. I'm not going to in this load. Go, Whistling Pete. Whistle me a tune. Keep hearing wind blowing around the farm. What's that about? Because it doesn't look like a windy day. I need to go check on these guys. Oh, he got caught up too. Alan Clark has completed his task. I'm thinking that Alan was running the herbicide rig, and he's now done. Let's go catch up with the combine workers here. Woohoo! Whee! Like a roller coaster. Where's the combine? Right, they're both ready, but that one's going to be stuck on that mound. Okay. I don't know who's driving that one. What happened? He got turned off. There's a vehicle selector mod out, and I haven't figured out how to use the dang thing yet. I've got it, and I was messing with it this morning, but it would only show me 2 of my rigs. So, I don't know. It's kind of convoluted. You got to hit combination keys all the time. And I had a conflict with key bindings, so that wasn't working very good. Oh, he wasn't full. Uh-oh, he must have just got stuck. Is he just stuck? What's going on? Is he just stuck on that mound? Okay, Troy, you go. Let's go get Gino's load here. Somebody got paid $716. Now I gotta pick up all this straw. Well, it won't be long. These guys will be done with this field, and I got to figure out what to put on it. I already did sugar cane and something else. I was going to do cotton, I think. I don't... I hate cotton. I might do cotton on this. I should have left it, because originally when I bought this farm, this field was in cotton, and I plowed it up. I shouldn't have done that. I should have harvested it. I just didn't want to. But I should have. Well, I'm going to head back to the farm with this load, and I think I'm going to call it an episode here. Hope you had fun. If you did, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the farm in the next episode. In the meantime, happy farming.